Hello, everybody. Dr. Hollywood here. Hello, everybody. Dr. Hollywood here, and we are going to begin going over the dreams of 2022. There are only 2 dreams of 2022, so let's jump into it. Whoops, did I just close out all the windows? There they are. That was weird.
Today we're going to talk about the first one, and that one occurred on February 1st of 2022, and I call this one the flooded interstate. But first let me tell you about my dream. So remember, when we do dreams, we have to go in chronological order when we're trying to interpret them. So you have to remember the events in order as well. So basically what happened was I was walking down an interstate road, and it was a black road. And I looked down. I always look down at my feet. I noticed that. I look down and I see like the white lines on the road, that's how I know it's an interstate. And then suddenly I turn around and there's like all these cars coming, speeding at me. And then, of course, like anyone, the first thing you think of is run, I'm going to get hit by a car. And so I see that when I turn around to run, there was like this dip in the road, right? Like a dip. Like when you go over an overpass, it was kind of like the opposite way. Like it went like down and then back up, almost like a hill, right? So when I turn back around, the part that was like on the bottom is suddenly covered with water, and I can't see the bottom anymore. It was like flooded. And so now I'm faced with a choice. Either I get hit by these cars, or face the cars, or I run and jump in the water, but I don't know what's in the water. And so clearly I choose to run and jump in the water. And some of the cars were flying over my head and everything like that. And then just as I think I'm okay, I turn around and there's a car coming right at me, and it's getting ready to hit me, and I wake up. And so this happened very early in the morning. It was like at 5 in the morning, but this is not even the top of it. Right as I wake up, you know how like when you wake up from a dream, like the first thing you do is just like you open your eyes and look wherever you're looking, like you open your eyes. Well, as soon as I did that, I saw this black figure floating over my body. It was like a hooded figure. And I literally jumped out of my skin. Like I was like, oh my God, what is that? It was like a demon or something like floating over me when I had this. It was like a nightmare kind of deal. It was very quick. And so I jump up out of my bed, scared to my wits. And I sit there for a minute, like, did I see what I think I just saw? Like, did I actually see like a demon or an evil spirit? And so at this time, I'm flabbergasted, and I want to text people and call people, but it's so early in the morning that, I couldn't do that. So I was scared, so I was just sitting there scared for a while. So that's my experience and my dream, and now we're going to get into what it means.
Okay. So as you can see, I saw like an evil spirit, and that is where I was sleeping, by the way, on that futon at the time. So the black road is travel. The white lines is being divided, and basically I have 2 choices. I can either go this way or I can get hit by the cars. So there were no cars back in biblical days. There were only chariots, and they represented war. We obviously know water is ungodly men. So it's easy. I'm traveling down a dark path in a divided land. Where my path leads, I'll be forgiven of my sins. However, I stand between war, God's war, and ungodly men, and I must choose a side. I clearly choose the wrong side when I jump in the water. And because of that, I face God's judgment. But before I can face God's judgment, I wake up and I see that evil is upon me. So, I get the chills. So there are 2 biblical verses corresponding with this date. This is February of 2022, February 1st. And I think the name is pronounced Nahum or Nahum. Nahum 2:1 or Nahum 2:1. The scatterer has come up against you. Man the ramparts, watch the road, dress for battle and collect your strength. It's almost kind of like get ready for war, you know. So definitely war is coming, is how I'm interpreting that. And don't choose the wrong side. Ephesians 2:1 through 2 also stood out to me. And you were dead in the trespasses and sins in which you once walked, following the course of this world, following the prince of power of the air. That's the evil one. The spirit is now at work in the sons of disobedience. So I thought that went well with it, because I know the white lines means forgiven of my sins, but, you know, evil is at hand here. You know, he's on me. I was one of those sons of disobedience. Probably still am, for all I know. So, you know, this is a very disturbing dream for me. I did tell a good friend about it. I thought it meant something else at the time. I didn't realize that this was, being warned by God. So thanks for watching. And we will get into the second dream in this next part.